Hello to everyone. My name is NC Lightworker and welcome to the Black Off Grid YouTube channel. I'm going to be sharing my journey towards a self-reliant lifestyle by building an off-grid homestead. Now mind you, I am not an expert by any means. Therefore, I do not respond to any questions, comments, or emails because as a lightworker, I am only here to present the information. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to post your location in the intro video to this channel because you may be able to link up with like-minded people in your area. Thank you for tuning in, and let's get started. In this video, I'm going to share with you my dream homestead layout. Now, I came up with this layout plan before I did the research and before I wrote the book. So this is something that you can do as a way to stay motivated. Now, mind you folks, I do not know how to draw, so I did the best that I could with the graphics, so you're going to have to kind of use your imagination. So let me go ahead and take you on a quick tour of my dream homestead layout. Okay, so from the main road, you enter from the driveway. There is a parking pad on the side of the driveway. There is an orchard that will include lemon, peach, lime, and pear trees. Once you exit the driveway, there is a gate that leads into the courtyard. There is a bathhouse to the right, the main shed, and a secondary shed. Some additional trees to provide shade, and an area for doing laundry. This is a work shed that is fenced in. This is basically going to be my junk area, my Sanford & Son area. A couple of apple trees since I definitely want to make my own apple cider vinegar. These are raised beds for the vegetable garden. Here is the greenhouse. This area will be used to plant berry bushes. Here is a mini barn and the area where the animals are going to be housed. Got some more trees to provide the animals with shade. The light brown area represents a stone walkway. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to build an additional shed in this area, so we'll just have to see. At first sight, this may look like a large layout, but it really is not because I'm going to be building tiny structures. Also, I will not have any grass on the homestead because my philosophy is, if I can't eat it, I don't want to grow it. So any open space will be used for planting herbs. In the Homestead Research Guide, What You Need to Know Before Buying Land, I show you how my dream homestead layout went from looking like this to this. This is how my homestead can legally look. I also show you how my dream tiny house floor plan, after researching building code, went from looking like this to this. Establishing a homestead is a very gradual process, and this layout will be developed in phases. Now, I may incorporate animals maybe 3 years after establishing the homestead. It is imperative that the homestead is functional by the year 2023. Having chickens on the homestead is a must. Did you know that with the exception of vitamin C, an egg contains all the nutrients required to sustain human life? As mentioned in the video titled Homesteading Systems, Having a Backup for Your Backup, when you start actively planning your homestead, you will begin to think in terms of systems. Establishing multiple systems for supplying water to the homestead is crucial. This is where my underground water pump will be located. The property will have a slight downward slope, so having the water pump on the highest section of the property will ensure the underground water source will not get contaminated by human or animal waste or by chemicals that may be used in the vegetable garden. There are also 2 above ground water tanks on the property that will utilize a rainwater catchment system. Water from these tanks will be used for laundry, gardening, and cleaning the animal area. During the winter, the animals will be housed in the mini barn. You will need to have a heating element in the barn to keep your animals warm. Having a water tank is critical in an event a barn fire should break out. As you can see, there is a lot of forethought that goes into planning a homestead. The Homestead Research Guide, What You Need to Know Before Buying Land, will help you simplify the planning process. In addition to a subscription to a homesteading magazine, I highly recommend a subscription to a gardening magazine that is specific to the state or region that your homestead property will be located in. Your public library may have a free copy that you can access. It is a good rule of thumb to plant plants that are native to your area. These magazines will also include valuable nuggets of information as it relates to plant companionship. Did you know an eastern red cedar will prevent the growth of an apple tree, and that a black walnut tree produces a chemical that will prevent the growth of some of the yummiest vegetables such as tomatoes, peppers, eggplant, and potatoes? One day I asked myself this question: why do animals always seem to have food on the brain? Now, since we get our energy from food, it dawned on me that it probably takes a lot of energy to be able to fly or run up a tree. Now, animals are very, very smart, and since you will be the new kid on the block, your feathered and four-legged neighbors are watching you, and they are waiting for you to slip up. This is why it is important to research ways to safeguard your food source. Although this was not indicated on the layout, I plan to have a fenced-in vegetable garden. The fence will be built to the height of 7 to 8 feet, since a deer can jump approximately 6 feet. I will also need to consider the critters that will dig under the fence and underground to get to my food source. When you first purchase your land, you want to definitely grab your binoculars and your bird identification guide from your personal library. Might as well, since hey, they are watching you. If for some unfortunate reason you return to your homestead to find several of your chickens missing their heads, then I hate to break the news to you, but you got caught slipping. This is a telltale sign that you have a barn owl in the area. Barn owls are notorious for eating only the heads and neck of their prey. The Homestead Research Guide, What You Need to Know Before Buying Land, is now available. The price of the book includes everything: taxes, shipping, the whole shebang, and the proceeds will help me to continue to make more videos for the Black Off Grid channel. Thank you in advance for your support.